What's up, everybody? It's your boy TGK, and today we're going to go through all of my cologne collection, all of my clones, all of my niche, if I got niche, I think I have a niche, and all of my designer ones. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to talk about the ones I like, dislike, the ones I think you should buy, and just my overall thoughts on these. So let's get straight into it. Now look, I'm wearing shades because the light doing these videos bother my eyes a lot, so I'm going to have to keep them on. So, I'll try to do this without the shades, even though this light does bother me. So I don't know where to start, but I've always been a cologne guy. I've always loved just fragrances in general. I don't deem myself a heavy wearer of them, or as one would say, a sissy sprayer. But I have started to become a little bit more indulgent in the way I spray. But honestly, shout out to Curly Fragrance for giving me the authority to spray more. You know what I'm saying?
And then I'm thinking, like, you are a person who loves a fragrance, but you don't even spray more than 5 times? Do you even love fragrances?
And she said we sissy sprayers if you spray 2 to 3 times. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to spray more, but I don't spray that much more. Especially, I don't really go out that much. So I just spray 2 to 3 times, and that's really it. So I want to get into basically my thoughts on all of these colognes. Majority of them are cologne now. I used to get a lot of designer ones, but I've started getting colognes because I'm very interested in smelling different types of fragrances and see what appeals to me. And after trying some of these colognes, over time, they've been less appealing to me. But we're going to get straight into it, and let's start from left all the way to right. Let's get into it. So the first one on the list, this is Spice Addict by the Private Collection by Lomani. I don't know if y'all have ever seen this scent. I've only seen one video on YouTube about this scent, and I cannot believe that it is not talked about more. It is a very underrated scent. I'd say that much. It is extremely unique the way it just sticks out. It punches you in the face with spice. And not spice in the sense where it's just like heavy. It's like if it's spice bomb. Spice bomb's a different kind of spice. This is in a way a very unique type of spice. Like it's like an acquired taste type of spice. So what comes with this scent is basically the top notes are bergamot, green apple, cardamom, mandarin orange, and jasmine. If you are those people that could recognize a scent by a name, this is amazing stuff. I don't wear it that often anymore because I feel like this should only go on in a different kind of setting. And the only setting that I could really think of is like, suit and tie, a blazer and tie, like a real dressy event. Like this is a very, very dressy type of scent. I think if you were to pull this off in a different setting, a professional setting, it might be offensive. Whenever you do buy this in a box, which I don't have the original box with it or the bag, it comes in a cool little bag. It's really nice. It's like some really good fabric, good material. But this, super underrated. I definitely recommend it. I think right now it's going for like $50 online. And I got this for like 19 back in the day that I got this. I think about a year and a half ago. And I'm surprised that this was on sale for 19 bucks. These things, I could see these going for like over 100. And the fact that they're 50 bucks right now online is crazy. Next up is Lattafa Fakar. This is the Y by YSL clone. As far as its scent, yeah, it's very, 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 very similar to Y by YSL. I think I bought this for like 25 bucks. So on the off day that you want to smell like Y by YSL, it's a really good safe pick. There's no complaints by it. It performs well. It lasts a decent amount of time. Now, does it last a long time? I'm gonna figure that out soon because I'm way down here in South Texas in the hot heat. So we're gonna see how this performs in the long run. But in the short time span that I have worn it, it's been pretty good. Nothing negative to say about it. Definitely go and check it out. Next up, we got Camera by Lattafa. This is the quote-unquote clone of the Angel Share, and with this one, it had to grow on me. Was I looking forward to smelling this for the first time after all the hype? Yes, very much looking forward to smelling this after all the hype. And once I smelled it, it reminds me of like if you created a cologne based out of a pumpkin. You know what I'm saying? Like, definitely reminds me of like Halloween time, Thanksgiving time when it's fall and all the leaves are falling. That is the overall vibe that I get from this scent. It is very strong. 1 or 2 sprays, you're good to go. Is this something that I would wear? Honestly, since it's so unisex, and I just haven't found a time to wear it now. Maybe when it was cooler I would have, but the first time that I wore it, I sprayed about 2-3 sprays and it was overpowering. This is a very powerful scent. If you get it, be aware that it is very unisex. It is not easy to just put on at any time, but it does smell good. And overall, I'm still up in the air about it. I don't hate it, but is it something that I should be wearing? I don't know. But it's a good scent though. Next up, I'm not sure if this is a clone or not. Obviously in my first 3, I don't think the Lomani is a clone. It's definitely not a clone of Spice Bomb. It's its own spice addict. The last 2 have been clones. This one right here, I'm not sure if it is a clone or not. This is Elysis Wood by, I don't know who. Elysis Fashion Parfums. That's Elysis Fashion Parfums. Here's what I get out of this one. This reminds me of the Chanel Allure Sport. This is what that reminds me of. And mind you, might as well bring this one up too. It also reminds me of Missoni Wave. These 2 smell very similar. The only difference is with this one, it is a tad sweeter, like a darker sweetness to it. And it has that Allure Sport kind of powderiness that it has, that I remember from, versus the Missoni. Maybe I should put these on test strips, right? Elysis Wood, Missoni. These 2 are look. This is all I'm gonna say. I'm might as well put these both up at the same time. Both of these smell so similar that I can't tell the difference, really. This one smells more like the Chanel Sport to my nose, and this one smells like a tad bit of a remix, a fresher remix of the Chanel Sport to my nose. I love both the scents, by the way. Both of them, they perform well. I've been wearing Elysis Wood a lot more now. Man, the dry down is definitely different. There's a different kick to it on the dry down. But the subtle differences between these 2 is about 5 to 7%, if I were to put a number on it. But they definitely remind me a lot of the Chanel Sport. So Elysis Wood, I bought this for about 60. I got this for 60 bucks on a gift package, and it came with a shower gel. So both of these, they're not bad, especially if you're trying to cut price on getting Chanel, which you might as well just get Chanel instead of getting these 2. Whenever I bought this, it was like 4 months difference versus when I bought this one. So there wasn't no way I was gonna be able to correlate the 2. But then when I smell them up close together, I'm like, these 2 are damn near the same. Subtle differences, but same DNA. All right, so now we're getting into the thick of it. This is a brand I've never heard of. This is Fujiyama Home. Fujiyama Home. I don't know if y'all have ever smelled this. I have not seen a video on this anywhere. And if you have a video on it, my bad. I didn't chat it out because I haven't seen one. And this is a really fresh, very fresh. Extremely fresh. Like straight out the shower, where you didn't use much soap. Like you use soap, right? But it was lightly used, where it's a light scent. This is very light. It's not gonna offend anybody. You could probably wear this every day and not offend a soul. It just kind of goes on. It's there. It's like, oh, it smells fresh, cool. It took 0 risk. I feel like they only utilized 2 to 3 ingredients in this, but it is a good wear. I've worn it probably once or twice just because I was like, I need something light today. It's really good, really light. I wouldn't compare it on like the Y by YSLs or any of these other fragrances up here, but I definitely do like this. As far as what I could compare it to, really it's just a light, very light, faint, powdery blue scent, if that makes any sense. you're not gonna hate it, put it like that. Next up is Club de Nuit Sillage by Armaf. I was very skeptical on this fragrance because I heard about how it's a clone and that it clones Creed Silver Mountain water or whatever the thing is. Very interested to see what this smell like. And the reason I copped it is because of how many compliments this thing was getting. I like to get compliments. I wanted to see what it was about. So I copped it, and it reminds me of colloidal, like sweet colloidal silver. That's what this reminds me of. Did I get plenty of compliments? Yes. This has probably been my most complimented fragrance that I have up here. And I'm just like, how is this outbeating all the other ones I got? But it is a odd scent with how it transforms throughout the day. Because throughout the day, it stays on you. It doesn't go anywhere. And it kind of creates its own little DNA with your skin. So Club de Nuit Sillage, it is the clone of the Creed Silver Mountain water. Definitely a cop. All the ladies say this is one of their favorite fragrances from what I have heard and what I have seen. And they ain't lying. It definitely gets you the compliment. So check this out. I think you can wear this anywhere, anytime, any day, all the time, to be honest with you. This is an everyday wear for sure. You ain't gonna offend nobody with that one. Next up, I'm a big fan of Tom Ford's ombre leather. And whenever I saw, who was it, some fragrance guy, I forgot his damn name, and I'm horrible, I can't believe I forgot his name, but he reviewed this one and he liked it. And so I was like, man, let me cop it, because I love the ombre leather. So let me cop it. And it is not like a straight clone of it, but it is a rougher one, right? Like rougher around the edges, kind of like hair on your chest kind of version of it. And I ended up liking it. It's not bad. I wear it every now and then. I was wearing it heavy when I first got it, but I definitely don't mind it. And I got this for like $20. So yeah, it's sort of similar to the ombre leather from Tom Ford. It has similar DNA to it. Not exactly like it, but they're not gonna tell the difference. So definitely gonna copy this for $20. There's some websites out there. I forgot where the hell I got it from. Fragrance Buy or I don't even know. I'll have all the links in the description below. We're just here to talk about the fragrances I got, all right? So to save time, I'm gonna just kind of go through fast with the ones that I feel like I could just go through fast with. So this is a 50 Cent Power Cologne. It's very lemony, very straight to the point, pretty fresh. I liked it. I've always liked this. I've been getting it for a long time. It's like you get it for like 10, 15 bucks. And you can wear this any day. It's a really cool scent. It gets you through the day. I like it. This fragrance right here, this is Acqua di Gio, the Essenza. It is definitely not produced anymore. And as you can see, I got a tiny itty bitty left of it. And this was my favorite Acqua di Gio. And I'm not gonna pay no 300 bucks to give me a little version of this again, but definitely one of my all-time favorites back in the day. Paris Hilton, I don't even know what this one is called, but I call this the bubble gum because it smells literally like a bubble gum. This is bubble gum for men. And as you can tell, I definitely used this fragrance quite a bit back in the day. You could also catch this fragrance for like about 10, 15 bucks. And I've gotten plenty of compliments in this. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes you have to kind of think outside the box, go outside the box and actually try different things. But the Paris Hilton, whatever this bottle is, smells like straight up bubble gum, and I like it. I like it. It's definitely a winner. It's popular amongst my friends. Well, not my friends, but amongst some people I know. Diesel, Only for the Brave. Back in 2011, this was my go-to. This thing did wonders for me, and I'm pretty sure this is kind of an outdated fragrance now, sadly. Hold on, I want to smell it. Woo! It has a very alcohol opening to the fragrance, and then it settles down. But man, what this fragrance did for me back then, for being so cheap and being affordable, it definitely gave me the sense that I was a good fragrance buyer, right? Very powerful. It filled up the room. It made you noticed. And Only for the Brave is really only for the brave if you're brave enough to wear something this outside of the box. Yeah, nowadays people are gonna look at it like it's very simple, whatever the case may be. But and I was younger during these days. I was like 21. So maybe if you're young, you're a young pup, go ahead and get you Only for the Brave by Diesel. All right, so I ran out of fragrance in this. This is Man on Fire. It is like a cloud of mature sweetness. How I put it. There's nothing fire about this. Man on Fire, nothing fire, but it's just straight up like a mature, casual, sweet smell. Not offensive at all. You could wear this any day at any time. I don't know if they still make this, but man, it is one of my favorite fragrances. As you can tell, I have no fragrance in it left. So Man on Fire, if I could ever get my hands on this again, I definitely would. But it is one of my favorite fragrances. It's just nice, man. It just sits on your skin very well. Not offensive at all. This is a clone here. This is Volatile. This is supposed to be a clone of Spice Bomb. I do have Spice Bomb, but not out here. Spice Bomb's one of my favorite fragrances as well. Does this one hit the mark? Absolutely not. Don't ever get this unless you just want to smell like cheap Spice Bomb. It tries to do it. It does a decent job, but it doesn't stay there for long. It doesn't perform well. That's just in my opinion. Volatile by whoever made this. Not that good of a clone when it comes to Spice Bomb. All right, now we're down to the last final one. Let's go left to right again. Here we got Rave. I recently bought this alongside with the Fujima Home. And the reason I copped this is because you were able to buy one and get the other one for like $10. So I got this one for $10. Let me see why I got it for $10. Oh man. What was I doing when I bought this? So what this reminds me of is when I used to go to bazaars back in the day growing up in Dallas, they'd have like these $5 colognes. And this stuff is like, it only has one ingredient and there's not much to it. There's no redeeming qualities about this. It's very simple, very straightforward, and I wouldn't recommend getting it. But on a crunch, it definitely reminds me of smelling like the cologne that they sell at the bazaar for $5. All right, as you see here, we got Acqua di Gio, the Profumo. Do I need to speak about this one? Everyone knows that this is a banger of a fragrance. I got through half of the bottle, and once I started buying all these other fragrances, I was able to start saving this bottle. I don't want it to run out. I wear it very sparingly, but I love this fragrance very much. And there's not much that you could tell me that not to like this fragrance. But I did get it on a deal. I got it for like $90 when it was on sale. But definitely worth the buy. It's a very good fragrance. One of my top favorite fragrances of all time for sure. Next fragrance is Citizen Jack Absolute by Michael Malul. I don't know how you say his last name. But man, this fragrance definitely reminds me of this in a small way. But it is different, dog. I think it is a very underrated fragrance. I don't think people talk about this one enough. And whenever I wear this one, man, whenever I first smelled this, right? Again, I wasn't into the whole YouTube thing of reviewing colognes and seeing what other people thought about colognes. I used to just always go to fragrance, whatever, or Perfume Mania and go to all these places and just smell scents. And when I smelled this one, wow, this one's different, bro. It's like a fresh, sweet, fruity scent, yet powdery, cloudy, good cloudy, you know what I'm saying, but powdery in a way. It is just good. It is like something someone will want to go and hug, you know what I'm saying? Like if it was your girl and you put it on, you guy, right? Your girl run and see girl, guy, whatever. I think this go for both. I think it's very, very unisex. The girl's gonna run into your arms wanting to smell this on you, and this is a really good scent, man. Very underrated, needs to be talked about more. The final three here, we got 9 p.m. by Afnan. Again, this is another clone house. This is the clone of Jean Paul Gaultier, the Lamel version, I believe. And there's no need to spray it. It is exact copy of that, 1000%. If you love Jean Paul Gaultier, is it Ultramel? I think it's Ultramel. You're gonna love this. There's no way you're gonna hate this. They hit it right on the head with this. Go ahead and copy the one. I think I got this for like $20 as well. Next one, I am switching back and forth with this one. This one's just Jack Noir Endurance. This is supposed to be the Tom Ford Noir Extreme clone. And when I smelled the Tom Ford one, I was like, damn, this is unique. The way it It develops into so many characters over time. It just dries down so well. And then after a while, this one just has this one scent profile inside of this. There's just this one thing about this that just doesn't get it all the way right. It smells like about 98% of what the Noir Extreme is supposed to be. However, there's that 2%. It is allowed 2% that just sticks out like a sore thumb. And it reminds me of when I used to ride with my aunt. Like we used to, you know, she used to pick me up, take me to McDonald's and stuff. And I smelled her perfume, and it has characters of a old style of cologne in this clone version. It is not necessarily a Tom Ford clone. So I am still on the lookout to find a Noir Extreme that resembles Noir Extreme, a Noir Extreme clone that resembles Noir Extreme. This one does a decent job of it, but it's just that one scent that takes me back in the past where I don't like that scent because it reminds me of that person. And finally, but not least, this is my last clone here. This is Lattafa Assad, or Assad by Lattafa. Man, I've been wanting to get Sauvage Elixir for a long time. Not because it's just hype, but because I actually like that fragrance. Out of all the Sauvages, Sauvage Elixir is the one I like. Now, this one is not a Sauvage Elixir straight up clone, but it is a version of Sauvage Elixir, but God, it smells just like it. It sticks out like a sore thumb. It smells straight up like Sauvage Elixir. Beautiful scent. Depending on how you look at Sauvage, this one could be the one that sticks out to whenever you do wear it. Again, I got this for about 27, 28 bucks. Amazing scent. So out of all the fragrances that I love, right, I'm going to put the ones that I dislike at this moment down here. And you're going to see the ones that I dislike or that I don't like that highly. I love this one, but would I wear it? Let's go with would I wear it. There we go. Would I wear these fragrances? I'm gonna put the ones that I will not wear down here. I don't think I'm gonna be wearing that one. Yeah, and that's about it. Everything else, I actually enjoy. Would I wear this one? I'll wear this one very at the end. Like it'll be a break in case, and I probably won't wear this one anymore. It's diesel. I'm probably too old for it now anyway. But yeah, so these are the fragrance I probably won't wear anymore. This one being a very interesting break in case of emergency type of fragrance. But these are the fragrance I won't see myself wearing. However, the remaining ones of these I will see myself wearing. So yeah, guys, that has been my entire collection. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully there's something that you took from this. I'm not that much of a smell guy to break down notes and stuff like that, but I just tell you whether I like it. I give you some kind of similarity of this to what I relate it to. But yeah, man, these are my favorite ones up here. These are the ones that I like some of these, but would I wear these? Not really, not no more. But yeah, man, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you know anyone that could give me some clones or some actual stuff on a deal, shoot them my way. That way we can set that up. Anyway, guys, been your boy TGK. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.